Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching me from. In today's video, we are going to look at basically the role of a woman, the real woman in a man's life. What are her role, as far as relationship or marriage is concerned. A woman is designed by God and equipped to help a man fulfill his assignment that God has placed in his life. So a woman is not supposed to, come into the life of a man and try to, tell him how to run his life. That is not the role of a woman. Neither to dictate to him how to live. You are to help the man fulfill his assignment. So you don't come to run the show, woman, but you are in his life to be a helper. A wise woman would want to study the partner, right? To know whether she can identify what his assignment is. I'm not doing this video to advise couple who have been married for like 10 years, 15 years. No, that is not my assignment here. I am, trying to advise the single women, right? The single women, or probably those who have just entered into marriage, maybe 6 months or 1 year. I think this would also go a long way to help you. Right, so I am not trying to advise couples who have already gone ahead of us. Before a woman can come into your life, that is men, to help you out with your assignment, you should be able to know what your assignment is. You should be able to identify what your assignment is, because the woman that is coming, the real woman, in fact, I need to emphasize on this, the real woman who is coming into it, it's not every woman that is a real woman. We are all, female figure walking around, but it is not every woman that is identified as a real woman. So when a woman is coming, that real woman is coming, she's already loaded with knowledge, wisdom, intuition, power, right? Integrity. She's already endowed with all these giftings. So man or men out there, before you bring a woman into your life, or before you start a journey with a woman, make sure you are able to identify what your assignment is. You should know what your vision is. Write your visions and make them plain, so that when the woman comes, she is coming, to run with the plan, that has already been laid out. So there's no dulling when that woman comes into the man's life. A woman is not a destroyer. So if you're a helper, you are not to destroy a man's vision. So I don't expect a woman who comes into a man's life to help him out, would rather come and turn into a destroyer. Before a woman comes into the life of a man, that man already has his life planned out. So you don't come in with your selfish ambition, trying to let the man stop whatever thing that he's doing, to focus on what you are doing, because you think that what the man is doing doesn't make sense to you. It is not playing out for you. So you think that yours is more, there is more sense in what you are doing than what the man is doing. So you want to force the man to adapt to what you are doing, for him to leave what he was doing before you came into his life. It is not your place. Yours is to come and help him fulfill his assignment. You are not to come and change whatever thing that God has planned, in his life. You are not to do that. Don't come into the relationship, or don't come into the marriage with your selfish ambition, trying to let the man leave or stop whatever thing that he's doing, and focus on what you are doing rather. You came to meet him having his life planned out, his vision laid out. So yours is to help him run with it. It is not for you to come and change anything. If you think that whatever thing that he's doing doesn't make sense to you, try to find out from him what his passions are, what his desires are. So out of that, probably you can be able to help him identify his real assignment. If you think you can't do that, then please, you better advise yourself. Don't come and distract the man. It is not your place to change his assignment. And women, when you come into the life of a man who already have his vision, I know you have your vision, but don't come into the man's life with your vision, trying to create two visions in the same house. A man already has his. Don't bring yours, don't add yours to it. But rather, what you have to do as a wise woman, a wise, real woman, what you have to do is to submit your vision to the man's vision. Now, don't try to override his with yours. It is not your place. That is not your role. And the second thing that we'll look at is a woman is a producer. Women, we produce. That is how we are designed, to be. And when a man cultivates you, you want to produce the best out of you. So if a man gives you a house, you produce a beautiful home, a beautiful, serene home for the family. When a man gives you groceries, what do? You turn into a sumptuous meal for the family to enjoy. That is the role of a woman. You produce. So as you are a producer, you should be careful also what you produce. Sometimes it's not everything that a man gives to you that you turn it into something better. A man sometimes gives you love, gives you respect, and gives you all the good things that he can afford. But what do you produce in return? Trash. Sorry for my language, but it's true. Sometimes women, no matter how hard a man tries to make you see reasons that he is with you, what do? You throw all the good things that he is doing, you throw it back to his face. Don't produce things which are not good for the man. Always try to be that lady, that real woman, to be able to produce good things for the family. And the third thing that we will look at is a woman is an incubator. An incubator gives life to everything. Incubate, that's what my pastor will say. A woman is an incubator. You are an incubator. So whatever thing that you put in you, with time, you bring it out. When you bring it out, whether it is negative or positive, you know the impact that it will have on the life of your man. That is why you should be careful who you listen to, what you listen to, and what you hear. Because sometimes who you listen to plays a major role on your decision, on your actions. What you hear influences your action. Who you listen to influence your action. So don't just listen to anybody. Don't just listen to anything. Be selective of what you want to hear. Be selective of who you want to hear that thing for. And be selective of who you want to listen. It's not everybody that is worth your ears. It's not everybody that you can listen to. There are people who advise you positively, and others too will just throw you off balance. Just put yourself in this position. You are someone who is getting married, right? You are in a serious relationship, a beautiful one for that matter. And then you have a friend who is falling out of relationship. She's so bitter. She speaks so bad about relationship and even marriage. She thinks that everybody who goes into marriage will come out divorced. Anybody who finds herself in a relationship will be jilted, will be cheated on, will be, with all this negativity. And if you are always finding yourself, on phone with such a person, you are always finding yourself having a constant conversation with such a person, believe you me, you will incubate all that, she pours out to you. You will incubate them. And you will not know that you are incubating them, but you are keeping everything inside. And before you realize, you bring out, things that will not help your relationship. You begin to act funny, you begin to act silly because of some junk you pick from your friend. She thinks that everything has come to an end for her. And you find yourself with such a person. You spend almost all your time with such a person. You think something good will come out of your relationship. No. So if you incubate negativity, bitterness, and everything, don't let someone confuse you. When you see someone who has negative energy, desist from that person. That person is not healthy to be a friend. There's nothing good that she can offer you. Because whatever you incubate, you bring it out and then it will affect your relationship. When you do that and you start bringing them out, you bring out negativity, insecurity, you are on alert, you turn yourself into a private investigator, a private detective, and not because of the junk you've been listening from your friend who is so bitter because a guy broke her heart, a guy did not treat her well, so she thinks that everybody will go through. No, even if you go through it, you know how to handle yourself because you are being given that power to overcome certain limitations in your life. When you fall, you rise and you shake off the dust and you keep moving. So don't allow any woman who is so negatively influence you. Don't be listening to things that will not edify you, things that will not make you, noble, things that will not make you that real woman that the man is desiring for. The fourth point I want to touch on is a woman is an encourager. When your man shares his vision with you, his assignment with you, even if it does not sound too good to your ears, encourage him. That is why you are there. You need to encourage him to bring the best out of him. The encouragement with love, with grace. You will keep on with him little by little. You keep asking questions, trying to find out what his passion is, what his desire is. And through that, you'll be able to identify what his true vision or assignment is, so that you help him fulfill it to the glory of the Lord. Most men are afraid to go home after work. Most men are afraid to go home after work. And women, have we asked ourselves why sometimes our men don't come home early? Probably there is something happening in the house that is choking him. Maybe the noise is too much for him to bear. The nagging is too much for him to bear. No, it's not because they want to get themselves out there and stay out late. Who wouldn't want a beautiful home? Who wouldn't want a home that he would always want to run to? Every man would want that. But ask yourself, why is your man not coming home early? It's because you are not making the home safe for that man. You are not making the home safe. You're not making it peaceful for that man. Let's be honest with ourselves, women. He's on home, but he's not finding peace. He's not finding peace because the woman in his house has lost her purpose. You have to make the home a safe haven for the man, so that when he goes to work, he will have, in fact, there are some men who right after work, they are so much in a hurry to go home because their home is safe for them. You need to make your home a safe haven for your husband. Let him go to work and always be in a hurry to get home. Don't be too nagging. That's what the Bible says. It is better for a man to sleep at the rooftop than to be with a nagging woman. How? What are you nagging for? What do you want? What exactly do you want? That you are not giving peace to this man. A real woman is supposed to make a home, a beautiful one. There should be laughter, there should be joy, enjoyment, happiness. So woman, know your place. Don't come and disorganize the man that God has given to you. And the last point that I'll touch on is a woman is a receiver. We are built for that. A woman is a receiver. Whatever a woman sees, he wants. If a woman sees bag, she wants. If she sees shoes, she wants. Even if she has thousands of them in her wardrobe, she still wants more. Because we are receivers. Whatever we see, we have to, we have to get them. Whatever we see, we have to have them. That is what we have. We were built for that. But woman, be careful. In as much as whatever you see you want to have, whatever you see you want to get, be careful it does not cause problem in your home. Because it's not everything that you see that you can get. That's the truth. It is not everything that you see that you can get or you can have. There are things you probably can never have them. And there are others you can have them based on your strength. Don't try and put pressure on the man because you are built for it. So everything that you see, you want to have it. You can't have it all. You cannot. Bible says in Proverbs 31 that a noble woman, a good woman, a real wife, a good person, a good lady does not cause her husband to go after spoil. A noble woman does not cause her husband to go after spoil. What do I mean by that? A woman does not put pressure on her man to go and get something that he cannot afford. She knows what she's supposed to do. She's built for it. Because your friend is having a Gucci bag, you want your partner to also go get you a Gucci bag. You know very well that the strength of your man cannot get that for you. But we'll say, why? Are other women better than you? No, you should look at you well. Are you not beautiful than some of them? Yes, you are. Pretty lady, you are so beautiful. That is what God made you so. You are so beautiful. Wisdom, when you were coming, you were loaded with wisdom. So apply it. Don't just behave anyhow. For now, you might not be able to have it, or he might not be able to provide. It doesn't mean that he cannot do that in the near future. What you have to do is to rather encourage him. Let him know that, sweetheart, I wish I had this thing, but I know your strength cannot get me that. But don't worry. You see, me and you, we are going to work it out. The Lord will help us out. Little by little, we will get there. We will build the house that we want to live in, the type of house we want to live in. Oh, is it the clothes, the shoes? With time, I'll be able to get them. I know. If I will not even ask you and you'll be buying them for me. Encourage a man. Let him know that he has a real woman with him in the house. Don't be a caricature. Don't scare him away because of one nonsense want. It's not even a need, so I'll not even put under that category. It's not a need. Something that you can't live without. Our food, food, shelter, clothing. But the little that you have should be enough for you to be able to, keep moving until you get to your position where you can have as much as you. Don't put pressure on that man. That is not your role in his life. When you begin to give him pressure, you begin to disturb his life, you make him shift focus, lose focus on his assignment. How can he then, think well and cultivate you, the woman, become who you want to be? In as much as you are there to help him, he is also there to take care of you, protect you, build you up, give you all the good things that the Lord blesses him with as he moves on in this life. Why are you trying to, make him feel so miserable? Because of your selfish want, you are shifting his focus from his assignment. In fact, if you think you cannot help him fulfill his assignment, please don't disturb him. Let him do it by himself. Let him do it by himself. Don't distract him. Just got married 6 months ago, a year ago, and you want your husband to go live in a certain area because of one silly image that you have. That when your friend sees you, because of the way you are, they will begin to ask questions. So even when your man cannot afford, you want to put pressure on him for him to go and rent, or probably go and live in some environment that you can't afford. You want him to, get you a 3-bedroom instead of the 2-bedroom apartment that you are in. You want him to go and look for a more bigger, spacious place. If he has the money, you're not the one to ask him. If your man has the money and you give him all these attributes as a real woman, and you show to him that you are in to help him be a better person, you are not the one to tell him. Trust me. It is not your place. God has made him so. He knows what is good for his family. He knows what is good for him. He knows what is good for you. So he will do it without you asking. It's only a boy who wouldn't know what he is into. We have men and we have boys. It's not every man that behaves like a man. There are some men who behave like boys. So I'm not even talking about the boys here. I'm talking about real men here. That when a man knows that you are playing your role perfectly, you are in line and helping him, figure out his assignment and fulfilling it, you are not the one to ask him. He will do it without sweat. If only he's in the position to do that. So women, for now, try and put yourself in that tight corner for a bit. It's not going to be long. It's not going to be like that. That phase will also pass. Life is in phases. You don't just move from 1 to 10. You go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, right down to 10, depending on where you want to go. Infinity. Be a woman of substance. Be that real woman that God created from the beginning. Men, don't look for women who are, recreated. There are some women who are recreated. They've lost their focus. They have lost their self. They have lost their role as women. They don't even know where they belong to, whether they are girls or they are women. We have women like that in our society. Where your focus is, that is not where her focus is. I'm not saying it comes on a silver platter. Yes, mistakes are bound to happen. God never promised us a smooth journey. We have women who are women of substance and they are making it in their marriages. Be that real woman. Don't be just any woman who doesn't know where she's going. And whatever thing that your husband gets for you, appreciate him for it. Love him for it. At that point, that is how far he can go for you. At that point, I'm not saying that is how it's going to be forever, but at that point, that is how far he could go for you. So appreciate him when he buys something for you, even if it is inexpensive. It doesn't. People. Some women will say, it doesn't befit me. My status, my pedigree, and all that. Yes, we understand. But at that point, that is how much he can do for you. Appreciate him. The worst thing that a man would want to experience is a woman that doesn't appreciate anything that he buys for her and doesn't wear it at all. You have to close your mind on that. If you want to love him, let him show appreciation to him. When he has more, he will do more for you. Let him feel free to do what he can do, to do his best at that particular time. Okay, guys, let me end by saying this. Men, before you get yourself yoked with a woman, try to do a lot of homework. Find out. Have a checklist. Find out who that woman is. Look for that woman who can incubate your dream, who will be a healing balm to you in your time of distress. The one who can help you fulfill God's will for your life. Women, build your home with your hands and do not destroy it with your mouth. Be that woman that every man will desire to have in his home. And don't keep company with people who are failing. because you incubate the failure and bring it to your home. Until I come your way next week, do keep faith alive. Share this video, like and comment, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Anything that you want me to talk about, and I will happily look at it. God bless you.